The Center for Civilians in Conflict has organized a two-day engagement in Maiduguri to address the challenges of civilian protection and to map out community risk zones in Borno State. The event held at the Armani Event Center was themed Identifying Civilian Protection Gaps and Community Threat Zones. It brought together community members, security stakeholders, and humanitarian actors to discuss ways of minimizing the impact of conflicts on innocent lives. The two-day engagement is part of a series of programs initiated by the Center for Civilians in Conflict across northeast Nigeria. Over the years, Civic has worked closely with conflict-affected communities in Borno to strengthen civilian protection, advocate for accountability, and build trust between resident and security agencies. In Maiduguri, the initiative has evolved from small community dialogue to larger structured workshops such as these, aimed at identifying threats, documenting protection gaps, and equipping participants with practical tools for risk management. The current event builds on previous efforts and reflects Civic's continued commitments to reducing the impact of conflict on civilians in the state. Speaking at the program, facilitators stressed that the event was timely given the lingering security concerns in Borno State, where communities continue to grapple with threats ranging from insurgency attacks to unexploded ordnance and displacement. According to them, bridging the gaps in civilian protection requires a collaborative approach between government, community leaders, and humanitarian partners.
The security has gone beyond the security forces, and civilians play a great role in helping the security forces carry out their activities. And this builds on coordination and relationship that the communities are able to establish with security forces so that they can work in coordination. The Center for Civilians in Conflict believes that security solutions within our communities should be bottom-top, meaning the community should be able to contribute positively to decision making that relates to security. And so we bring community leaders and security leaders together security leaders, community leaders, and civilians themselves to discuss on a table what are some of the issues that they are going through and how can they come up with solutions, locally homegrown solutions that they can use to coordinate the effort. And so the reason why we're holding this advocacy roundtable is to establish, based on some of the dialogues we've had with community forces and security forces and the community themselves, to look at what are the issues, how can they then coordinate and work together. This roundtable gives the opportunity for youths, traditional leaders, religious leaders, security forces to sit on the table and look at what are the gaps we are seeing in terms of security and how can we work collaboratively to resolve these issues.
Participants at the event gained insights into the importance of risk mapping and early warning mechanisms as practical tools to enhance safety in their communities. Many expressed that the training has given them a deeper understanding on how to protect themselves and others in the face of insecurity.
The Dalori community within the Kondaga axis. So far the settlements there have been proper. Alhamdulillah, His Excellency the Governor of Borno State has all come and settled most of this community, especially like Malari and Dalori, Kotori and all this area with the Kalari Abdullah. The government has been taking care of them, Alhamdulillah, back in the past. So now it's a settlement that has been there for years now. And that's because the government, the Borno State government, have played their own part. The security have also played their own part. And by security, I'm not just saying the military alone. We're talking about the police crack were there, the Nigerian civil defense there as well as from the community, within the community, we have the civilian JTF. We also have the hunters and vigilantes, and everybody has been putting in their own effort.
I'm so elated, and these programs make me very delightful because I come to reach out that I come to understand that there is a lot of fruitful result in this dialogue because there's a lot of problems that we are facing, more especially in business sector. In business sector and Kwandiga local government, due to the complex conditions in the community. So there's a lot of things when, more especially when you come to farming, you can see people can't access to go even 2 kilometers away from the community. So most of the people have lost confidence to go far away to farm their to go to their farm because when they go to beyond the trench of the armies, you can see the Boko Haram or insurgents will come and kidnap them.
The initiative is expected to strengthen community resilience, improve trust between civilians and security agencies, and ensure that vulnerable groups are better protected in conflict-affected areas of Borno State. Solomon Josiah, TV360, Borno.